I think it's just your hair. Your hair just doesn't that. Okay, all right.
You're fine.
Welcome back to youtube.com/Lake Charles Scion. We are Lake Charles Scion E-Sports. We're here to talk about, again, our StarCraft 2 tournament that we're hosting in a couple of months. We're just under 2 months out. It's 8 weeks, which I think we're kind of learning is a lot longer out than a lot of StarCraft 2 folks plan. But we're looking forward to it. We're planning for it. We'll talk about a few things tonight. First of all, let's introduce our newest cast member. We have with us Jeremy Corley, our Director of ESports.
Hey guys, I'm Jeremy. Like he said, I'm the Director of ESports here at Lake Charles Scion. My job basically is go to work. If there's no computers to work on, I just do the esports thing all day. It's so awesome. I'm in charge of the Facebook, Team Liquid, YouTube, all stuff like that. So if you need anything, get in touch with me. I'll handle anything you need. Yeah,
we got a few things we want to knock out tonight. We want to talk a little bit about our tournament structure. We haven't really talked about it much other than just updating the rules. But let's talk a little bit about the structure of the pro tournament and the amateur tournament we have on site.
Okay, so basically what it's going to be is the online qualifiers will go all the way down to 8 players. And then in addition to those 8, we'll have 8 invitees to make 16 for the live event. And then also we'll have an amateur tournament for up to 64 players that it's just for all of us that don't think we can compete with the GMs.
Right.
All of us.
All of us that don't think we can compete on the Grandmaster level.
Even though it seems like maybe we can, the reality is a little different.
Gold League! All right. Okay, let's talk a little bit. You mentioned...
let me just mention for a minute the invitees. You had said you wanted to kind of discuss the invitees.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
Our logic there, you know, there was a little bit of sort of, I guess you said controversy. I don't know if you call it controversy, but people were asking, why would you have why would you have invitees? Why wouldn't you just make everybody be able to play in? And the reason for that is it's always a balance, and our job, the challenge, is to work out the balance and be at the right point between guaranteeing that we have a really awesome to watch event for the fans that come out, and then also allowing the new talent to come up, maybe just because they're not on some big Evil Geniuses or Fnatic or something like that, allowing those guys who are really talented to be able to get in and get involved and have a chance to win, a chance at the big prizes and also a chance at getting the exposure. That's just...
Fans want stories. You know, fans don't just want to see robots playing robots. Fans want to see players that have histories and players that have storylines that they can get to know. And that's really one of the things that the North American scene is kind of lacking. I think in Korea you see that a lot more, where players have these huge fan bases. And in North America, there's not quite so much of that. And really that's what the fans want. You know, you want to see good competition, but you also want somebody you can get to know and somebody...
That's really what our event particularly is. We want to do everything we can to make it fun to come out and watch.
Right.
That's the big thing. And so that's everything that we're doing is what we think is the best way to make this thing fun to come out and watch.
Okay, let's move on. We talked last week about the casters that are coming. Let's talk a little bit about the player base that we've got coming. We're obviously still in negotiation with a lot of folks, but let's talk a little bit about, just tell us a little about the players that we have coming.
Okay, so for starters, we have 4 guys from the Yo Flash Wolves. They're about Challenger League level players coming all the way in from Taiwan, so we're very grateful for their commitment.
Which I still can't believe.
I know, that blows my mind.
These 2 guys are saying they're flying in from Taiwan. I can't believe that. That is awesome. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm sure they're not just making it up, but that is just the awesomest thing ever. They're coming in to play in our tournament from Taiwan.
And they're all 4 Grandmasters. They're all 4 Grandmasters. They're North American server, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
Surely they are. I mean, I don't
know. In addition to them, we also have players like QXC, Hello Kitty attending. Big name teams. Hello Kitty's actually on Fnatic, QXC on Complexity, and of course, as he mentioned, LZ Gamer, the hometown hero.
And then we might as well go ahead and mention we have some. We're currently, I guess you call it negotiating, in discussions with the feasibility of some really big Premier League level guys.
Premier League,
that'll be announcements for later, but there's some huge players that we're trying to get out, and we think we're going to get them. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be some huge players.
Ton of Zerg.
What the heck? Almost no Terran.
Yeah.
At all.
I mean, it's going to be like. Luckily, we have Idra coming to cast it. He'll know everything that's going on and all these EVZs we're going to have. But I mean, it's like 80% Zerg right now. Yep. So. Terran, represent. If you know,
dude, QXC's gonna have to hold it down, man.
I think it's like, what do we have? Like 10 pro Zergs, like 3 Protoss and 2 Terrans.
I think we have 3 Terran. I think we have a few more Protoss than that. We have 3 Terran though.
That'll probably balance out.
Hopefully that'll balance out.
Hopefully, yeah.
Let's talk about the amateur tournament just a minute. We have time for that.
Yeah, we have time.
The amateur tournament, like we said on the Facebook, it's fluid, and it seems like maybe the rules are, no one really knows what's going on with the amateur tournament, but everything that everybody needs to know is that up to 64 players and it's kind of first come, first serve. But if we have, say we have, oh man, we got 128 people want to play in the amateur tournament. Guess what? We want people. We'll figure out something to do.
If we have to do locals the day before, or if we have to do something
figure out
online,
something. So if you want to come play. And the rules are kind of fluid. They're changing a lot. But the reason for that is because we want to make sure, we got to see what kind of skill levels we have. If we have a bunch of bronzes and a bunch of masters, we don't want to just put those guys all in the same kind of bracket. That's not going to be fun for
Amateur
anybody.
is all about fun.
Right, all about fun.
Again, everything that we do is going to be based on how can we make sure the people that come have the most fun that we can make them have. Our general idea right now is to have sort of groups of 16 that will then play down to a champion, each group of 16, and each group of 16 will be like the Bronze League group, and then maybe the Diamond and Master League
Let's call it like
group.
divisions or regions. Let's call it regions.
Yeah, so it'd be like the Bronze region,
Final,
Silver region, maybe Gold and Platinum region, and then Diamond and Master region. And those guys will play amongst themselves for the first few games so that everybody can play some fun games among themselves. It won't be like me playing you, for instance, in the first game. That wouldn't be fun for you.
Obviously.
Anyway, that way everybody can...
Don't forget that they will also have a chance to get their game casted by Mr. Bitter.
Right, I was just going there. So all the Bronze Leaguers play each other, and the winner of the Bronze Leaguers, that championship game right now, our idea is that championship game is going to be casted by Mr. Bitter and Rotterdam, and then...
Which is going to be like the coolest thing ever.
I think it'd be awesome.
If you're a Bronze League player, and you even follow StarCraft at all, that just would be really, really cool to have you against some other, Bronzor, and you all of a sudden here you are on a live stream in front of hundreds of people.
Just getting your supply box announced every second.
But that would be so awesome. You can record that. You can get your fraps going, record that bad boy. You have it for life.
And there will be now don't get us wrong. There will be cash prizes, but the idea is that it's really just something to play for, to have something to play for. And what we really don't, we definitely were cautious in our prize allotment. What we don't want is Master League level players smurfing down into the amateur tournament just to walk away with some cash and leaving bronze and silver leaguers in the dust the whole way. That's not what it's about. And we also had some players joking about, they were trying to decide whether they wanted to register for the amateur tournament or the pro tournament, because they were afraid they were going to lose out in the pro tournament, but then we decided we'll let them register for amateur. So they said, heck yeah, I'll just get creamed by,
I think we should go ahead and say our intention is, if you're in Master League, if you're a Master League or a Grandmaster, go play in that pro tournament. Get yourself some exposure. Get a Fraps video of you playing against QXC or something like that. Get that exposure for yourself and that experience for yourself. And then if you lose out quick, we're not going to eliminate you from the amateur tournament. We're not going to say you played in the pro tournament, you can't play in the amateur. If we have people saying we want to play in the tournament, we're going to make a way for everybody to be able to play. Yeah. So don't be afraid to go ahead and register. If you want to play with the big boys, play with the big boys.
Right. Okay, we are rambling on. This is going to be like we're gonna get like kicked off of YouTube for blowing so much bandwidth here. So let's wrap it up. That probably won't happen because there's that one video of like Batman going for like 12 minutes, whatever. So we're probably let's talk about one final thing because we want to talk. We said we always want to make big announcements here on the YouTube. So what we're going to do next week on this event, this press conference next week is going to be, we're going to try to do it live on Twitch, and then we're also going to put it on our YouTube also. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a live kind of conference call with all four of our casters. So it'll be us, and then all four of the casters coming in remotely. We're going to talk about the player pool. We're just going to talk about them. We're going to get to know them. It'll just be a good little conversation between us and all of our casters. It's going to be a lot of fun for us, a lot of fun for them, hopefully, and it'll be a good opportunity for us to kind of test out how it all works together and how the personalities work together. So we're pretty excited about that. So that's going to happen next Monday at 9 p.m. I think 9 p.m. Central. Isn't that what I said?
I think so.
I'll confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it's 9 p.m. Central. We're going to be on our Twitch TV channel with Idra, Matt, Eon, Shakino, Gag.
Oh, it's going to be live?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just knew that. That's an announcement to me. It's going to be live.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Live. Yeah, live. And then, of course, we'll also put the video on demand later. Yep. But anyway, so Idra, Bitterdam, and Eon are all going to be there with us. We'll see you next week. And thanks again for tuning in and joining us here on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, comment on the Facebook, share us on Facebook. Bump us on Team Liquid. We need that thread to stay bumped up. And by the way, if you're on Liquidpedia, if you have a lot of if you're like a high experienced person on Wikipedia and you can go review changes on the Wikipedia pages, please go to our Wikipedia page and review the changes and publish them.
And feel free to like fix it for us because we're not like wiki text experts.
We're like wiki noobs big time, but there's a bunch of updates pending. Like for example, right now you can't even tell from the Wikipedia page, Bitterdam, Eon, and Idra are trying to get updated, but we can't get them updated. So if you have the power to go do that, please go do it. Other than that, thanks again for checking us out. We'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Monday night. That about does it. So thanks for coming. What did I do last time? Did I do the peace sign?
You did the peace sign and I did this.
Yep. All right.
That's
Thank
it.
y'all.
Wrap
See
it
y'all
up.
later.